Good morning to everyone. Once again, welcome to social science class. In this class, we are going to see about the civics chapter number 5, Panchayati Raj system. Right? So let's have a look. First, chapter number 5, Panchayati Raj. The name of the chapter. In this today's topic, we are going to see Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat, the 3 levels of Panchayat, and after that we are going to do the question answers of this chapter. Again, I request you, these all chapters are very important as a part and participle of your syllabus and curriculum. This chapter is focusing on how the local self-government, how the local body is governing the particular area and doing the few roles and responsibility for the welfare of the peoples. First, Gram Sabha, then we will see the Gram Panchayat, then we are going to have stating points, 3 levels of Panchayat, and after that question answer. So first, please move towards what is Gram Sabha. What happens after people elect their representatives? How are decisions made? Let's look at how these take place in a rural area. Here we look at the Gram Sabha, which is a meeting where the people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representative. So here is the one photograph from the textbook which speaks about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Panch are there. 5 elected members are there, and this is the Sabha. This is the whole meeting. Sabha means meeting of the people, elected members, right? And the villagers, those who are adult, above the age of 18 years, 18 or 18 years. So they are having the meeting, discussion on their particular problems and difficulties and how to resolve them. They are making decision here, and after that they are going to progress in their village. Next, see the story of a village. It's a special day today. Everyone's rushing to get the Gram Sabha. Do you know, because the Gram Sabha holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. The people of Hardas village are keen to find out what their new Panchayat leaders have planned for the village. So here we are seeing what is Gram Sabha. So Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in an area covered by Panchayat. Then this could be only one village or a few villages. In some state, as example, above village, meeting is going to be held for the villagers, and anyone who is 18 years old or more than who has the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. So here we have seen about who can be the member of the Gram Sabha. Second point, what is Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha is the meeting of the Panch and the villagers to sort out their difficult points. Next, this is Gram Sabha's another point. This is given in the textbook itself. You can read it and go ahead. The Gram Sabha meeting begins with the Panchayat president, who is called as Sarpanch. In that, the 5 member, one is the president, which is going to be called as the president of that Panchayat, or called as Sarpanch, right? Panchayat president. And the members are called as Panch. Presenting a plan on repairing on the road, connected the village to the main highways, and after this, the discussion moved to subject of water and water shortage. So here we are seeing the story of village Hardas. In that we are going to see the more upcoming points, the shortage of water and how the villagers and the Panchayat and the Gram Sabha is upcoming, how to deal with the water scarcity problem. A villager called Teja begins the meetings by saying the water problem in Hardas has become a very acute. The hand pump water has gone well below the point up to which the ground has been drilled. We hardly get any water in the tap. Women have to go to the Suru river, which is 3 kilometers away from there. One of the members suggested the piping water from the Suru and making them overhead tank in the village to increase the supply. But the others think that it will be expensive and it's better they feel cheapening the hand pump and clean the wells for the season. Teja said this is not enough. So here in this story we are seeing the peoples of village Harda is suffering from the water scarcity problem, right? And they are suggesting to deepening the hand pumps. Second, somebody is suggesting to have a pipeline from the Suru river to the village. Second one, they are having the tank in the village to increase the water supply. So here is the water scarcity, one of the major issues. To sort out that, all the members are placing their own views and points how to sort out that particular problem. Moving further, we need to do something more permanent as groundwater level seems to be going down every year. We are using more water than is skipping into the ground. Another member, Anwas, seeing this story, every member is playing an important role and telling their views. So Anwar, what he is going to speak, let's see. Then tells everyone that he has seen ways of conserving water and recharging, that means refilling it in a village in Maharashtra, where he had once gone to visit his brother. It was called as watershed development. What's the name? Watershed development. And he had heard that the government gave some of the money for this work. In his brother village, people had planted trees, constructed check dams and tanks. Everyone thought this was an interesting idea and the Gram Panchayat was asked to find out more about in a detail so they can also implement this idea in their village. Next, the next item was the agenda for the Gram Sabha is the finalization of the list of the people that is below poverty line, which has to be approved by the Gram Sabha. As soon as the list is read out, the people begin to whisper because in that list must be somebody's name will be not there or somebody's name will be there who is not under the below poverty line. Natwar has just brought a color TV and his son has sent him a new motorcycle. How can he belongs the poverty line? Right? Suraj once muttered to the person sitting next to him. Saroj says to Sukhibai, how did Biju's name get on the list? So they are telling about if a person is having the TV, purchasing the motorcycle, how their names are present in the list which is below poverty line. Right? That is a poverty line estimation. When you will go in 9th standard, you will get to know more about what is poverty and what is poverty line. So person those who are below poverty line and person those who are above poverty line. So here he has so much land. This list should be only poor people and Om Prakash is the landless laborer who can barely make ends meet, yet his name is not in the list. So is the point Om Prakash name, he is under below poverty line but his name is not there, right? But here Natwar has just brought a color TV, Natwar name is there. Next, you know that both Natwar and Birju are friends of Amichand who can counter Amichand's power. Sukhibai says Amichand was the earlier Zamindar landlord of the village and still has a control over lots of land. But we should get Om Prakash name put in. The Sarpanch president, that means Panchayat president, noticed some people whispering and asked if anyone has anything to say. So what they did? Saroj tries to provoke Surajmal to ask about network and Birju. But he keeps quiet. Amichan is sitting in the Gram Sabha, keeping an eye on everyone. Here you can see about how the rich people and the poor people are having the afraid and misunderstanding about each other. How a rich people is making the list to be misused. the rich peoples are also having the name in the list of the poor people. And those who are poor, their name is not present in that list. The Saroj get up and say that Om Prakash name should be in BPL list. Other agree that he and his family are very poor. The Sarpanch asked him how his name has been missed out. The teacher who did the survey of BPL family says Om Prakash's house was locked when I went there and he may gone somewhere to look for the work. Next, the Sarpanch gave instruction that Om Prakash family income be looked at, and if it is less than what has been decided by the government, his name should be included in the list. So finally the solution got out. Next, this is the Gram Panchayat. We are going to see what is Gram Panchayat. So the Gram Panchayat meets regularly, and one of its main tasks is to implement development programs, policies for the welfare of the village, right? These types of things are present in the textbook. You please go through and you will understand about what the Gram Panchayat is doing for us. Next, this is the photograph taken from the textbook. Here the two village punch from Maharashtra who were awarded the Nirmal Gram Puraskar in 2005. They are holding the award, right? Nirmal Gram Puraskar, that means they work very effectively for the welfare of their village and they got the tag of the Nirmal Gram, right? Let's see what the Hardas Gram Panchayat was able to do. Do you remember the option that was suggested to solve the water problem in the Gram Sabha on Hardas village? Yes, of course you are remembering. When the Hardas Gram Panchayat held a meeting, this point was brought up by some of the members. This meeting was attended by the Sarpanch, ward member, that means ward member means Panch, and the secretary. The Gram Panchayat member first discussed the suggestion to dip in 2 hand pumps and clean one well, so that the village would not go without water. The Sarpanch, Panchayat president, suggested, since the Panchayat had received some money for maintenance of hand pump, this could be used. Next, for completion of this work, what they are planning to have more. So, the members agreed and the secretary recorded their decision, and the member then went on the discussion on the option for a long-term solution. They were sure that the Gram Sabha member would ask questions at the next meeting. Some punch asked whether the watershed program would make a sustainable difference to the water level. A lot of discussion followed. In the end, it was decided that the Gram Panchayat would approach the block development officer and get more information on this scheme. So here, cadets, you are seeing about that how a water scarcity problem and what Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat is doing to sort out that particular problem. How the discussion is taking place, and on each and every issue they are talking and reflecting their own ideas and views. I request you please read this story properly. The village Hardas water scarcity problem, and the list in that the one person Om Prakash name was not there. The two issues we have seen. Next, we are going to see about the 3 levels of Panchayat. So here we are going to have the Panchayat level. After reading about what has happened in the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat in the Hardas village, you can understand the Panchayat Raj system is processed through the people participate in their own government. The Panchayati Raj system is the first tier level of the democratic government. Then the Panch and the Gram Sabha are answerable to Gram Sabha because it is the member of the Gram Sabha who elected them. This is very important. This idea of the people participation in Panchayati Raj system extends to 2 other levels. One is the block level, which is also called as Janpad Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti. First, Panchayat Gram Panchayat, after that block level, or it can be called as Janpad Panchayat or Gram Samiti. After that, it is going to be the Panchayat system has many Gram Panchayat under it, and above the Panchayat Samiti is the district Panchayat or a Jila Parishad. So the 3 levels are here: only Gram Panchayat, then Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad. They can be called by the different name. Next, the Jila Parishad actually makes development plans to the district level with the help of the Panchayat Samiti. It also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayat for their welfare and well-being of the village. Within the guidelines given in the constitution, each state in a country has its own law with regard to the Panchayat. The idea is to provide more and more space for people to participate and raise their voices. Next, we are going to have the question answers. So the question number 1 is here for you. First point, as we are seeing in this presentation, is talking about the first. What problem did the villagers in Hardas were facing? The villagers are facing water problem and what they did to solve it. So the villager of the Harda was facing the shortage of water and they did discussion to deepen the 2 hand pumps, one clean, one well, sort out information about the scheme, watershed development from the block development officer. Okay? This is the reference answer. You can write your own answer also in a good way. Next, what is your opinion? Is the information of the Gram Sabha, do you think all the members should attend it and why? This question you should not write in the notebook. It's only about your thinking power. You should have an answer in your mind. No need to write in the notebook. Okay? That's why no need to write this answer. What is the link between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat? So the link you can sort out by your own. Gram Sabha works over the several Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat are the member of Gram Sabha and Gram Sabha control and approve the spending of money received from the government. Here one word was there, secretary. Who is that secretary and what the secretary role and responsibility that has been placed in the textbook? Please read it and let me know on the WhatsApp. Take an example of any one task. This also you should not write in the textbook. This is only for the activity purpose. You should just read it and keep it aside. Take an example. Next one. What is the difference between Gram Sabha and a Gram Panchayat? So you are knowing about Gram Sabha consists of all the adults and the Gram Panchayat is the elected member. Right? The area of Gram Sabha is entire village, whereas the Gram Panchayat is divided into wards. Representative ward councillor or Gram Sabha put control over Gram Panchayat. So here in this way you can make a separate line, write Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and you can write the differentiation. Next, this is the story part. You can go ahead in the textbook also. It is placed. You should read the story and after that you have to write the answer. So this part is there in the textbook. Please see it. So this is the 6th question. Read the following news item. After reading, the 2 questions are there. You have to do. Right? Next, moving toward the next question. Question number 7. Find out more about watershed development and how it's benefit an area. So watershed development help in conserving water and recharging the groundwater resources. Under the watershed development scheme, the following tasks performed: trees are planted, check dams and tanks are there. Like that, what the activities are there, it's given here. Cadets, I request you, this is the chapter basically focusing on how a local self-government, the Panchayati Raj system, its work. And we had seen the village of one short story, Harda village story. And after this, we had been discussing this question answer. If you still feel any doubts and difficulty, please let me know that. And after writing this question answer, please take a photograph and send me on the WhatsApp. I thank to lots of the cadets. They are daily sending the lots of images that they are doing their homework. Thanking to each and everyone. And lastly, I want to tell you about that soon your half-yearly exams are going to be there. in the month of November. So whatever the syllabus I had placed to you, please write it. In the upcoming presentation, I am going to tell you about how the question paper will be there of 80 marks and how the blueprint I am going to give to you, the style of paper or the pattern of the paper. Till then, be safe and secure, and thank you to one and all. Jai Hind.